Alright, Kent Andrews here. We got I'm gonna do a little boat repair. I've got a Mercury 2.5 liter XRI Black Max. It's a 1994, and my hydraulic trim pump has gone out. Last year I replaced the trim motor, but the whole system was bad, therefore causing the motor to fail again. So I'm gonna do a little video here to help you guys that may be in the same predicament as me get this thing replaced. My whole system has gone down, so I don't have the ability to trim my motor up, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that by hand, and we'll start there. There's a couple bolts here that you have to remove when you get ready to take this bracket off in order to access the hydraulic trim pump. This whole system is the pump that we're going to be replacing, therefore these brackets have to come by. It's going to be very important to get some weight off this motor, and for that I've got some jack stands. We'll kind of hurry through some of these things so you can see how all of this works. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a flathead screwdriver and we're going to loosen this system right here, and that relieves pressure so we can manually raise our motor up. Now there's oil in there. We get enough pressure off of it, it releases. You can see these are both released already. That's what caused my motor to fail. There's a leak in the system somewhere, so I've purchased the system from Go-To Marine, and we're going to swap it out today. Like I said, the important thing is to get our weight off of our motor first in a safe manner. You can see once I've got that pressure off of it that it lifts up by hand fairly easy. So we lift that up, flip up our bracket, and sit the motor back down. Because I don't trust this 20-year-old part, we are going to support it with jack stands and get as much weight off of it as we can. Alright, I went ahead and secured the motor up with the jack there, and I went ahead and put a ratchet strap just to keep it from moving on the jack. So I think we got it supported well. Next thing we'll have to do is remove this pin and then get to these bolts and undo our steering cables. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get some of the bolts loose that are going to have to be loose in order so we can slide our bracket right here out so we can access our motor over here. So that's just simple crescent wrench. To our steering cables. This motor is a 3-wire system. Right here, there are 3 wires that we'll take apart and feed back through. We're just going to take these little clips off. Because I don't want to lose them, I'm going to put these clips right back where they go. Just finger tight. You go ahead and pull the wires all the way through. Let's see. So I've got that pulled through. There's a hole right there. It comes out of your motor. That's where we'll go back with it. So now I should be able to free these bolts up, and we'll have to go around to the other side and loosen our steering cables so we can free the entire bracket here up. This is what holds your steering cables in place. And so we're going to take this out, and we will be able to pull our steering cables free, and that'll allow us to slide our bracket out like we need to. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. Working on freeing up my steering cable bolts on the driver's side of the motor. Okay, so I undid the bolts and pulled my steering cables back right there. Now we're about to take these brackets off here, slide it out, and access our trim pump. This is a 3/4 inch drop to loosen.
Well, they've got those duplex homes like over here.
Dude, I raked a bunch of these.
You go ahead and pave this, put a basketball in.
We're going to pave it and put a boat storage.
Sure these trees are dead anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to pave it and put a cover right there to
Yeah,
put my
carport.
Yeah.
You can't really go in your garage with your truck in.
No.
Is there anything past this fence that's your yard?
No. Yeah.
Just throwing out some money ideas for you, but you know you can put your fence here and then you can fence in your boat too.
I know, we talked. Alright, we got this off. We're going to try and slide this bracket, but you got to take these 3 bolts loose from the hydraulic pump. So, here's what we're going to do right now. Alright, we took the 3 bolts loose on this side, the 3 bolts loose on that side. Now we have a free swinging trim pump, and we're after that pin right there. Once we get that pin out, we'll be able to knock the main pin right there out. So we're after this pin, so we can get the main pin. Alright, there's the piece that come out. We had quite a catastrophe. This pin is supposed to punch out, and it broke. Luckily, it was out just far enough you can see it in there. I was able to slide the pin out. So, got that piece. This motor's not sitting on anything. We're about to go back in with the current. Alright, we got the new one hung. I ran the deal up here because our piston was locked down, so we had to run it off the motor and extend it so we get down to normal range. And now we're going to bolt it back up. She'll be done here in just a minute. We got our pin back in up here. And I'll have to go get the cotter pin to put it in because mine broke off originally. We got our motor seated back, our 3 bolts started, and our 3 bolts started over here. What I didn't show you is this piece came out, so make sure you leave this bolt on. It's very important. I ran into an issue where this bolt sucked out, came off, and it sucked my motor completely out. Therefore I had a free floating motor. We'll hope my steering cables are okay. But we've got it seated back in there with the pin in. I'll need to go get a pin from the store to fix that one. But then we're just gonna bolt her back up but tight. We've already tested the wire. Seems to be working. And hopefully we're back in business here before too long. We're gonna cinch her down. So my brackets attached back here. We got things semi-tightened up here. We'll get the rest of these steering cables tightened on like that. Okay, this is a 9/16. Sucker steering cage is back on. Everything's tightened. What I'm gonna do is run this wire up through here and up through my motor. Okay, we got our 3 wires connected back. We ran it up through here and there she is. My battery's about dead, so I'm gonna get it up and put it down.